Test. Alright, technical difficulties aside, looks like I'm gonna have to replace a lot of my GoPro accessories. Cheap plastics keep breaking. This is nonsense. Supposed to hold my camera. Broke itself apart. I'm gonna use some epoxy and just like put it back together. That's what's gonna happen. Force it that way. Ridiculous. Okay, well, let's try to get something done. I got a time-lapse setting on this GoPro. Will that work? That's better. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're working on the big guy. Let me get chat up because I'm pretty sure someone... Yeah, starting late. What else is new? Well, I mean, if I didn't get up earlier, I would have started later, so... It is... what it is... what it is... what it is... Try one of these other ones. My GoPro doesn't want to screw in for some... anything longer than this. Yeah, there we go. I got some parts I repaired with epoxy, so... I use parts. It looks fine.
Who the hell do you think you're calling weird?
I don't know if I want to do anything for Ratchet. I'm just going to keep this as the speed paint as I get my kids' book together.
Where is it? Where is it? Get that shit out of here. Ah, yes, there it is, my precious. Come to daddy.
Hi, I'm Crafty Andy and this is CraftyArts. You know, in many ways, I consider Detective Pikachu kind of a miracle of a film. Instead of playing it safe and boring, they could have had some honky play Ash Ketchum who goes off in this limbo of hell trying to catch them all, become the very best Pokemon masturbator. They chose instead a very obscure Nintendo DS game. One that doesn't even have a sequel due to sales. It ends on a cliffhanger.
You saved my life.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess I do remember saving the day.
Of course you do.
What? You don't find out what happened to Harry? That can't be the end of the game, no!
In fact, most people, when you bring it up, will just say that it's an adaptation of the movie, rather than believing that the game came first somehow, which makes
Hi, I want to offer a promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chatbots. Price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed. be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible, convenient color management panel. Ooh, color management. Ooh, that's the panel I was missing. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Do to dogehype.com. How about no? Conservative FL? Yeah. Okay. Get right. Authenticator apps. Fuck off. Oh my god, stop fucking sliding around.
Makes the pitching of this idea much more interesting because they're able to tell a story with original characters in an original setting within the same universe. They're not retelling the same story that's already been told. Something I wish more studios would attempt to do instead of recreating and rehashing the same old shit we've already witnessed, and in some cases a lot superior. Hello, Last Airbender. Hello, Full Metal Alchemist. Hello, Cowboy Bebop. Bye, Cowboy Bebop. Hello, Yu Yu Hakusho. Hi, One Piece. I'm sure those are going to be brilliant. The Pokemon characters were more about upgrading the detail instead of trying to make them look realistic, which made them far more acceptable to the general viewing audience and fans familiar with the aesthetics. Something I wish the Pokemon Company would do to their actual games, which is why I'm more in favor of playing something like Koromon and promote that game instead. Maybe with my numbers and my audience, it'll get a big boost. Oh. What we have here is a original story that respects the mechanics of its established setting, tells a narrative involving characters that don't have any preconceived expectations for how they should look or act. It's self-contained with a beginning, middle, and end, so there's no need for a sequel. I said no! Considering the typical results of adapting old TV show cartoons and video games...
Yeah, we do not need a sequel to
by all
Pikachu,
accounts,
please.
it should have ended up something like this!
Meow.
Oh my god, ew! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god, it's so ugly!
so first of all, I just want to say that even from behind, Sonic looks like a horrid fucking abomination that will definitely be in my nightmares, not only tonight, but probably for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna wake up an old man like, "Ah, the blue hedgehog, oh god."
Go fast.
Gotta go fast! He didn't just...
Oh, yep, there it is.
Like, remember when Coolio was upset that Weird Al Yankovic did a parody of Gangsta's Paradise because he thought the song was too serious? He was saving it for Sonic the Hedgehog. He was like, nah, man, no, I need a blue hedgehog running around with James Marsden. I need a bunch of, like, catchphrases. That's what the song's about!
But so far, it's not quite filled me with the same joy that Detective Pikachu's trailers have. The Pokemon in Detective Pikachu look cute and endearing. That looks like it's gonna
There we
hit
go.
your balls.
Almost knocked this shit
As
off
someone who
the
has
damn
discussed
canvas.
2014 Turtles, Sonic people, I feel you today.
Those teeth! What is with those teeth? Like they're human teeth in a hedgehog. Oh my god, like this is rough.
He's just like staring into my soul, trying to fucking corrupt me from within. I'm already corrupt, Sonic. You can't corrupt me, motherfucker.
There's a 99% chance everyone watching this is well aware of the existence of this abomination. Fan backlash was so outspokenly loud. The film was delayed and the character was redesigned for the movie shortly before the animation studio had to shut down. Just look up the documentary Life After Pi to get an idea of what that's like.
What they would do is they would go to people's desks, see if they were there, then they had to find out if they were supposed to be there, or if they just hadn't found out that they'd been cut.
Been on the staff of 5 visual effects shops that were really well known, did amazing work, that all went bankrupt, most of them owing the artist money.
But to put to rest to any debate if this was a publicity stunt involving the marketing team playing 4D chess, there were toys, Halloween costumes, this fucking thing. For the life of humanity, we did not need to know about the freakishly humanoid feet hiding within those sneakers. Why this, and why do all these deviant artists draw him that way? He'd have paws. Pause, goddammit! There's also an interview with an animator that clearly indicates Paramount pushed for this design, shooting for mass appeal. The reasoning was, despite the backlash involving the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Transformers movies, people still went out and saw them. Back then, reactions from the public on the internet were not taken into account as much, if at all, back then. And those movies made money, regardless of how shitty they likely were. I wouldn't know because I stopped watching anything Michael Bay related after Transformers 3. And believe me, that franchise has something coming on its face. After another $5 million and yet another animation studio shut down, we got an actual redesign of the character. The movie was still buddy comedy garbage in a lot of respects. Could have been worse, could have been better, but you know what? Let's just go right back to the beginning. All the way back. This is my personal journey involving Sonic the Hedgehog and all his various butt buddies. Maybe you'll relate.
Welcome to Sonic Team. We make games, I think. What the fuck is a Sonic?
When I saw Sonic bust through that wall and speed through the level at 5 years old, 1991, I was sold. I wanted to get my hands on this baby, and Santa Claus came through and got me a Genesis 4 years later. But hey, by then it came with Sonic 2, so I played the hell out of that game, along with Jurassic Park. But let's stay focused on Sonic, because during the years of being lost in an imagination, alienated by my peers, and taking any opportunity to play a video game and refuse to leave the store without a fight,
I'm a second away from throwing this right at your face.
Me and millions of others got our solidified introduction of the story and fleshed out world of Sonic through the TV show Sonic the Hedgehog. No, not that one.
Oh, this is miserable. This is so fucking bad.
I want to die. I want to die.
Yeah.
Well, you did buy a gun, right?
I only tolerated that as a kid. And now I wish I could burn every celluloid I could get my hands on and erase it from existence. Ah yes, that's the one. Sonic the Hedgehog, also known as Sonic Sat AM because the other one aired at the same time. It's a long Wikipedia entry. Sonic SatAM definitely can't hold a candle to the likes of any action-adventure show you could watch today. During that time, however, a show aimed at young people that had actual structure and thoughts beyond showcasing a potential toy line were a new thing in the 90s. Anyone who says any of these 80s cartoons are deep in any way are really just in denial. And that includes He-Man, especially.
Because this show is a huge middle finger to every He-Man fan out there. Just utter woke
Oh, fuck off with that shit. At least Revelations gave it some stakes.
Your relics are hilarious to me. You want a fighty fight? I can unmake you with a thought.
And he didn't.
Took a near plotless video game and gave us likable.
Such a worry one, but this terrible place is not so good for our health. I am thinking this is so. We go home, yes?
Well, mostly likable characters who are trying to overthrow a dictator that seeks to ever expand his power and industry of converting living things into machines throughout the land. Lasted for 2 seasons and ended on a cliffhanger. The direction of the show was ballsy enough to conclude the conflict between Robotnik and evolve the show to have a new villain replace him.
Finally let Sonic defeat him. Well, don't celebrate too soon, Hedgehog. Now, it's my turn.
I should have put the nostalgia critic clip. Like, oh, what the hell is that? I can't wait to see what happens. Cancel.
Sonic was my personal hero as a kid, and I imagine all sorts of Power Rangers style crossover adventures with him. It gave the world a backstory, the ideas that were further expanded upon in a comic book series from Archie I didn't read growing up because when I was caught reading one at the grocery store, I was told by kids at school that comic books were gay right before they beat the shit out of me. So it taught me a very valuable lesson. Don't read.
Why you keep trying to read that word? You a fag?
Fag your face.
You know, I never even read any of the books here. I suppose I was just collecting them out of spite.
Like many fans after Sonic SatAM, we were hungry to see a possible return of this show, or at least something that continues in the spirit of it. Even to this day, it's the most coherent and engaging story Sonic has ever had, and that's pretty sad considering Sega has had over 30 years at this point, and the best they did was a lackluster copy of it in 2020 with Sonic Forces, and an RPG that led to the Archie comic series being killed by Ken Penders. We're getting ahead of ourselves, though. Back to the 90s. After Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the game started to dwindle in quality. We got Sonic Spinball, which I think it's pretty good. I'm sure some bastard out there disagrees with me. Well, they're wrong. There was Sonic CD, which was okay. Nice intro, though. Knuckles Chaotix, which no one played. And then we got Sonic 3D Blast, which is a isometric collect-a-thon that involves no speedrunning, no multiple characters, and no Supersonic. We went from this to this to this. Then there was a whole lot of nothing. A teasing of Sonic Extreme, which looks like it would have been a nightmare to play. Ultimately, never released. Sonic Jam.
Sonic Jam.
Sonic Jam, which is just the first 3 games paired with a museum of old commercials, shorts, concept art, and a fully realized 3D hub world. I think it's worth checking out just for the novelty of it. It's also a solid update to those games and improves upon them even. Sonic R came out for Sega Saturn in 1998, and my experience of that game is reading the review in GamePro magazine.
Alright, GamePro 113, February 1998. Let's take a look. Sonic R by Dan Electro. Sonic R answers the Nintendo 64 racing threat with dreadful music, horrible controls, and graphical glitches aplenty. Is that Diddy Kong laughing? Unfortunately, you'll also find problems in almost every game element. Pop-up problems kill the 2-player game outright, while twitchy controls and unbelievably annoying music send the fun factor plummeting.
What's with this fucking bullshit?
The R in Sonic R probably means racing, but there are several other words that work too. Rotten and ridiculous. Ooh, got some fire in this review. Sonic doesn't deserve this, and neither do Saturn owners. Maybe the R really stands for reject. Oh,
Oh snap. Show-wise, we would get Sonic Underground. The setup, I would say, is better than SAT-AM, with it not only involving the environmental message, but also class warfare. Everything else just sucks. Robotnik's voice sucks. Here's Jim Cummings from SAT-AM.
I want that shell rebuilt. The great forest must be destroyed, and every ounce of life force energy sucked out of it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And here's Underground.
Hedgehog? It's a blasted hedgehog!
Sonic, who has the same voice actor as before, Jaleel White, has a dumb brother who is also voiced by Jaleel White.
Reppin' sticks, man.
And a sister, who is also voiced by Jaleel White.
Now may I go out and play? We must find Lady Windermere.
The thing that really wanted to make me and everyone else who saw the show shove a shiv slowly through our ear holes was the times they broke out into song.
There's something missing. Something's not quite right. Our little voice inside tells me someone is out there. Someday we are gonna be together. Life will be.
Like, what the hell happened here? We went from a semi-serious show to these weirdos playing instruments and shooting lasers from their guitars and drum sets? Like, what the fuck? We got Knuckles, but no Tails? Well, rather than get into those details, here's a video clip I stole from Nezumi VA instead.
Here's how Sonic Underground happened. After SAT-AM was canned because of a change in leadership at ABC and low ratings caused by multiple preemptions caused by sporting events and finally being placed up against the red-hot Power Rangers, now there's some genius programming strategy, a new version of Sonic was created, Sonic Underground. Did they ask me or Pat or Len Jensen to develop the series? No. In fact, I never heard of the series before a Deke story editor called and asked me and Pat to come to a cattle call for Sonic Underground. The story editor got us there by guaranteeing us at least a few episodes, so off we went to a conference room at Deke. We got there and, yep, 20 writers. They showed an episode of SAT-AM, first season, to illustrate the background of the characters. It wasn't one of mine or Pat's, it was one of the other episodes. After they described the marvelous new direction, siblings, music, missing mothers, stupid new characters, they ended the meeting. We were taken into another room with the story editor who told us he wanted us to write the pilot episode. We did. Sega read the script, then the story editor was fired, and we were hired. They also hired another team of story editors who survived through about 8 episodes before they left. We also got a few fledgling writers shoved down our throat by the producer. Results, I had to rewrite their damned unusable scripts from page 1. They still got paid for the script, I got nada. We tried our best to get some lore going, but Deke was racing through the series at 2 episodes a week, an insane pace and one calculated to maximize their profits. So that's the saga of SU. As I rewatch some of the episodes, I'm surprised it's as good as it is. I'm fully aware that it doesn't match up to SAT-AM, and I would give my eye teeth to be hired to do the SAT-AM 3rd season. But the only way for that to happen would be some visionary exec at Deke to realize they're sitting on a gold mine.
This remains as good as it gets. 30 some odd years later after the original show came out, it was because of the website Fans United that this even got made, with all its fan art and interviews with the original creator.
The 3rd season is something that I feel very strongly about and always have. Over the years, I've had an awful lot of fans asking me questions about, well, what it would be like, what would it be like? And for my own edification, I've actually pretty much plotted out the entire 3rd season.
We never did get a conclusion to the cliffhanger at the end of season 2, despite all of Ben Hurst's efforts. He was one of the original writers of the show, and he's dead now, so I guess it's never going to get concluded. So, do you hear that? Alright, I think I'll let that go for now. Alright, let's see. Painting that number on the side. Actually, I'll leave that white.
have to clean these brushes real quick. Alright. Let's watch some entertainment I can comment on. Dreading.
So you just were out driving?
No, I don't want to admit that.
Okay. Okay. Did you come out to see somebody today?
Somebody invited me to come over.
Okay. Well, who
It
was
doesn't
that?
work. Always do a sound test.
Cheyenne something.
This is James Rauch. James, who usually went by Jim, was a 60-year-old faculty member of the University of Cincinnati. He taught courses at the college, criminal justice and human services, specifically helping with the distance learning graduate programs in criminal justice. He also had a passion for the arts, composing music, and often wrote in the University of Cincinnati newspaper, expressing thoughts like this one. I just received a copy of the University of Cincinnati Horizons. I found that this April issue of Horizons exceeds any UC publication I've seen in my past 4 to 5 years at the university. It exceeds in its quality and layout, and more importantly, the message and concept. It truly encompasses all of the arts in our university community. Please accept my congratulations on a truly noble effort in spreading this message. Those who worked alongside him would go on to say that he was more than a bit pompous and arrogant. He often spoke down to his peers, thinking himself better than them. He was the kind of
That
person
seems
who
typical for
constantly
the
had something
people
to
on here.
say and wanted to make sure that everyone knew that he was the smartest man in the room. But to most, Jim was just an average guy, which is why most people were shocked when in 2007 he was arrested as a part of a sting done by the show To Catch a Predator. Welcome back to another episode
boy.
of Dreading. Or
Makes me
if
want to
this is
watch
your first
Catch a
time here,
Predator again a
welcome.
little more.
Today we are going to be going over the case of Jim
There's some
Rauch
fucked up
and his
characters on
infamous
there.
interrogation. Jim is one of the hundreds of men that were caught in part due to the show To Catch a Predator, and is incredibly well known to the people who are fans of the show, which is why this case came so highly recommended by one of our longtime patrons. That said, if there is a video you would like to see us create, or a case you want to bring more attention to, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, or email me at dreading.official@gmail.com. With all of that said, let us begin. On April 1st, 2007, Jim would come across a profile, seemingly belonging to a young girl. The profile included a normal picture of a girl, and throughout the profile, it was obvious that the person behind the account was 13 years old and not an adult. Despite that, Jim went
This
ahead
old asshole's
and
like,
sent
I
a
want to
friend
talk to
request
that.
the profile. The account, which was not run by a child, but rather was run by the cyber vigilante group Perverted Justice, immediately responded to the friend request, asking if they, the girl, knew Jim, to which he responded, trying to flirt with the person posing as a minor. Do you want to? Before we go any further, it's important to clarify that despite what the Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland thinks, what Perverted Justice does is not entrapment, as simply having an account that appears to be run by a child should not result in adults trying to prey on that child. In cases like this one, the account in question is never going out of their way to engage with the men and women who seek them out. They
Yeah, I would
post
say that's not entrapment. That is just literal.
However,
just
to be clear, it does not matter if a minor
bait.
online reaches out to an adult and attempts to engage with them in an inappropriate way. The adult they are reaching out to knows that engaging with a minor is illegal and wrong, while the child likely does not. The account run by Perverted Justice stated that their name was Cheyenne, and immediately told Jim that they were a 13-year-old living in Kentucky. They also demonstrated the age difference in their lack of maturity, as when Jim stated that he was a male in his 50s and was horny, they asked, "Where's horny?" Jim then verifies Cheyenne's age,
Fucking
asking if
idiot.
she was really 13 years old, which she says she is. He then, after less than 8 minutes of talking, sends her a picture of his penis, asking her...
Just with it. I love how this is like a common theme in that show too, where they're not even talking to this person who they think is like 13 or 14 years old for like 5 minutes before they just like, I want to send you a dick pic. It's only so fortunate that a lot of these people are so fucking dumb. I have my gripes with the registry, but I have no gripes with baiting people like this and getting them exposed. Fucking. Yeah. Alright. What's your name? Bethany. Oh, hi, Bethany. Here's my penis. Give me a fucking break. Trying to think of like. How brain dead you have to be like in your 50s and think like a 13-year-old's gonna want you that way. I just don't understand it. Did I forget what it's like being a teenager? When we were teenagers, we looked at our teachers who were in high school. We looked at our teachers who were in their like mid-20s as old. Like, oh my god, they're so old. And yet, there's a bunch of adults out there that think like, oh yeah, fine. I'm in my mid-40s. I can or with a 14-year-old just fine. The parents won't mind. What a goal! What a hobby! I guess I could rack my brain around it all day and I don't know, man.
Would you like to suck on this? Unquote. Cheyenne tells him no, and
I don't even know you. Does that matter? God.
If she, quote,
Wait a minute. What's your name, Jim? And you're Cheyenne. So Cheyenne, do you fuck around?
Quote. She doesn't know what that means, and he rephrases his question, asking the 13-year-old if she likes to feel a man inside of her. For nearly 2 weeks, Jim talks to Cheyenne almost every day, attempting to groom who he believes
Wait a minute, go back to that conversation.
to be a child into a sexual relationship with him. He asks her where she lives, where she goes to school, and pretends to be interested in her friends and family, all with the direct purpose of manipulating this child into being with him. The entire chat log will be linked below, but at no point does the decoy start the sexual conversation or pressure it to continue. On April 12, 2007, The decoy states that her family is going out of town.
It's like one of those things too, where like, how the hell did you get this far in life?
Speaking to Jim, she asks him if he wants
How did you not just like
something that he has stated he wanted
accidentally
to do
drink
numerous
bleach,
times in their
thinking it was a soda
conversation. And
or
after
something?
stating that he wants to go, he sends
You're
her
this fucking stupid.
Cheyenne, I have too much to lose by getting caught doing this.
Maybe he has
On
lead
second
poisoning.
thoughts, I'm still not trusting, and I don't know if it's okay. Please don't stop talking, and maybe someday we can really do this. I'd love to come over there and feel you as much as you want to feel me, but I can't, at least right now, Jim. The decoy then states she knew he wouldn't come, and he says, no, I'm serious. It could wreck my life. Oh, but I would love to make love to you, but I'm scared that your neighbors would see my car, your mother would come home early. Would you like to talk with me? I'll send my moober. I think he meant number. He repeats that he is scared that this situation could ruin his life, and then, in order to verify that she is who she says she is, gives her his private phone number. The decoy then
Fully
calls
aware of how this could ruin his life, and yet he's still pursuing this.
Hi. I bet this is Cheyenne.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Not much. What are you doing?
I'm just
Ruining my life.
I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready.
Oh man, he's so excited.
Ready to get on the road.
I can't wait to get on the road.
Are you interested?
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. I just
It would have been a shame if he died in a car wreck on the way there. Well, because then that would involve hitting another car. Maybe if you hit it like a wall, like a brick wall. But then you mess up the wall, though. Someone have to be responsible for cleaning that up.
Okay. Well, I will be there. I'm at my place right now, and it's like Eastgate area.
Okay.
And I will be there as soon as I can be there.
Okay.
Are you sure this is okay?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, I will.
But she said it was okay.
Do you want me to make you juice or something for when you come over?
No, I like a black gin tonic. I'm fine.
Practically didn't know what sex was 2 minutes ago, but.
And I will be there as quickly as I can get there. I've got a couple things to finish up here before I leave the house, and then I'll be right over there.
I should finish up your obituary.
Is there anything I should know? Is there anything I should know about the house or anything? Yeah, you said. I said, okay. Let me think through this. Okay, I get off 471, turn on 27, First Street on the left.
I wanted to fuck around. He should have just became a priest.
And then
Get away with that shit all the time.
And that's Keble.
It's 140 Vogel. Vogel.
Oh, Vogel. I don't know why I said Keble. Okay, it's 140 Vogel. It's okay. What did I turn off of 127? Off of 27. What's that road? Do you know? Never mind. I'm
not sure.
It's the first one. It's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to call you in a little bit just to make sure you have it?
How do you look in the mirror looking like that and think, yeah, a 13-year-old wants this?
I've got your phone number on my cell now. I'll just if I need you, I'll just like back up on that.
Okay. I don't know. It's at the dead end. It's a dead end street.
You're in your 50s. Your best bet is to maybe go, between 35 and 40s.
Yeah, you turn down Camp and then you make a right on Vogel.
Okay. Turn right on Vogel, and is there a sign or a mailbox or something?
The house number should be fairly easy to spot.
Okay. Well, if I have a problem, like I said, I've got your number. You sure this is okay with you? This is okay with you? Okay.
This is okay with me. I'll call you though, because I don't know. My mom might have my incoming calls blocked, but I can call you.
Okay. Well, like I said, within the next half hour or so.
And now you have a phone record if you're talking to this person.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to this.
I am too.
Yeah. Sounds real good.
I will give you a call in a half an hour, okay?
Okay, and if I may pull up your driveway before that half hour, because I'm just about ready to leave here.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Jim was obviously relieved when he heard what he believed to be a child's voice on the other end of the call. He, on some level, didn't think that the police would be able to fake a child's voice so well, and he thought he was going to be meeting up with a 13-year-old child to have sex. He was also incredibly drunk. Before making his way out to see Cheyenne, Jim would consume multiple drinks, attempting to quell his nerves. He then got into
That's
his
gonna
car
help him.
and proceeded to get lost, trying to find the decoy house.
Hello. Hi. I am at. Okay. Okay. I'm telling you where I'm at, because I'm at Antonio's Wine, Liquor, and Beer Tobacco. Okay. I'm looking for a left-hand turn. Does it go past the church? You better stop.
I don't know where the numbers over that with white paint.
Shit, I can't tell. I'm going down the hill now.
You're gonna go down, all right.
And come back up. I'm ready. I'm ready to see you. Okay. Okay. There's a stop sign
Go
here.
fucking idiot. Let's go. Come on.
The office, and then there's the cottage, cocktail lounge.
Have you found the other, like, Alexandria Parkway? It's right across from.
I'm turning around. Okay. I get a feeling I went too far. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I went past the cottage, cocktail lounge, the office, and I'm going up the hill. Oh. I hope the hell you have a bathroom, because I need to piss.
Okay, the church. What church is it?
What?
What's the name of the church that you're passing?
Oh shit. There's no sign out front.
What's it look like?
What?
What's it look like?
Oh, it's a big church. There's Antoine's Wine and Beer.
You go past the church.
I go past the church?
Yes.
That means I gotta turn around. Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's not a problem. I can do it. I'm a damn good driver. I'll say go with the curb.
Good drunk driver?
Okay.
Is that what he said?
I've gone to the wine, and okay. Now here's the church. I'm back to the church.
Okay. Hold up there.
Hold up. Hold up. There's a green light here at the church. I'm now going down the hill.
Okay. Yeah, you go
Okay.
down the hill, I think. You're looking for Alexandria Parkway.
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
I'm probably on the Alexander Parkway.
Oh, are you?
I'm guessing. Because, okay, here's the office. I'm back at the office. I'm at go red for good light here.
You want to go straight on 27? Are you on 27?
I got a feeling this is. I think I'm on 27. I really do.
Okay, you want to keep going straight.
Okay, Okay, I'm here at.
Man, can you fucking follow directions or what?
Sportswear. Big what?
Before navigation was everywhere, I used to just write my shit down on like a little piece of paper, and I did just fine.
It's what?
5 miles. It's about
5 miles. Oh shit. Okay. Making a big stir. Oh shit. You better damn well have a someplace to put this.
I have a bathroom. Why wouldn't I have a bathroom?
Because I have to piss. Okay. I'll tell you places I'm seeing. Papa John's. Here's Sherwin-Williams.
Have you passed a Lowe's?
Please.
Have you passed a Lowe's?
Have I passed the what?
Lowe's.
The what?
Lowe's store? Lowe's
The
store.
Joes, for fuck's sakes.
Lowe's Home Improvement.
Lowe's.
No, I don't. No.
Okay, once you see the
There's a
Lowe's.
Lowe's. I'm coming to a Lowe's.
Okay, it's First Street
I'm
on the
sorry.
right.
I'm coming to a McDonald's.
You're coming to a
You
McDonald's.
come into the Lowe's, the McDonald's.
Once you get to Lowe's, it's the First Street on the right.
There's a street here on the
Name of the street.
right.
Give him the name of the street.
No, it's at Lowe's. You have to pass Lowe's first. Not
Okay.
McDonald's. You
I guess
have
this
to
really
pass
demonstrates
Lowe's.
that he's
Okay,
drunk,
I see a White Castle.
driving.
Am I confusing you?
No.
I'm just okay. Oh, no. Okay.
Keep
Good.
coming. Keep coming because you're gonna see a Lowe's. You're gonna see a Lowe's home improvement store. After you see the Lowe's,
I have not seen a Lowe's.
it should
I see a Kmart. Kmart.
You see a Kmart. Keep coming. It's about 5 miles. It's like
Why don't you tell me downtown Cincinnati?
Huh?
Why don't you tell me since downtown Cincinnati?
Jim is beginning to get suspicious once again. On the one hand, a child not knowing exactly where they live and giving perfect, step-by-step directions is normal. She is 13 and likely only knows what her parents have told her, but Jim knows what he is doing is wrong and illegal. Should he be caught attempting to meet up with a 13-year-old, one who he spoke explicitly to, his life as he knows it will be over.
It's okay. Hey, listen to me.
Huh?
If you can do what we're talking about, I'm driving.
Okay.
You got me?
Yeah.
Look, God! Somebody does because we're down in Newport. Does that make sense? I gotta piss though. God, I gotta piss bad.
I have a bathroom.
What?
I have a bathroom. Just keep coming.
Yeah, but we're not there yet. Gourmet chili. I don't think we're going right. From what the directions you gave me, Dixie chili. I'm going by Dixie chili right now. I am on new. What?
Dixie
What?
You're going the wrong way.
I figured as such. I guess I may have to stand off on the road and piss off. Piss. What do you think? Do you think I should go stand over the side of the road and piss?
No, just keep coming. Just keep coming. I have a bathroom. I'll open the door for you, and you can run into the bathroom when you come.
Where do you go to school?
Huh?
Where do you go to
I
school?
go to school. I go to at the local school. About 4 blocks away.
Oh, I flustered you as big as they.
In their chat logs, Jim repeatedly asked Cheyenne where she went to school, and she had always rebuffed his questions, saying that she doesn't give out that information to people she doesn't know. But throughout their conversations, she also gave key details away, like the fact that when they first started talking, she was on spring break. Jim is an educator, and it's more than likely that in order to verify that she was in fact a minor, he looked up the schools in her area and when their spring breaks were scheduled. It's possible that the date she said she was on spring break wasn't directly in line with some school districts, but it was in line with others. And given Jim's paranoia about sleeping with a minor, he likely knows which schools had that exact spring break and wants to see if she does. It's unlikely that the decoy knows the spring break information of schools in this area and rebuffs his question as best she could.
I know I did. Hey, listen, it's not a big deal.
God.
I'm really worried about this legal thing. Can I fuck you and you're still 13?
Yeah.
You think?
I won't tell anybody.
Oh,
and
God.
If you don't tell anybody, I don't tell anybody. You know.
Okay. We'll go from there. Okay. Oh, some guy's come out to my car. God, he's got a afro thing on. Huh. Okay, where am I going?
Okay, did you turn around?
I'll tell you where I'm headed, and you can tell me from there. If I
turn
piss in my car, I will piss out my windows. Okay?
Huh?
If I have to piss out my windows, I will. Okay, I am down at Newport right now.
Down at Newport. Okay, you need to turn around and go the opposite way. You need to.
Okay, I need to go out of the way away from Newport. Newport, I understand that. Okay, and I will do that, unless I can't, which is another. I wish I had a bottle or something. I'm sorry. I tell you how crude I am. Okay, okay. I just went by a Hofbrau house.
What?
I just went by the Hofbrau house.
What? You went by the Hofbrau house?
Yes, in Newport.
You're in Newport. Okay, did you turn around?
Did I turn? I'm gonna get back on 7. I'm gonna get back on 471.
You want to get? No, you want to go the opposite way on 27.
Oh my god, man.
Right, so for a second, I piss.
I don't think.
And often in the police for a while.
There we go, finally. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just trying to figure out what you are.
I like this on the phone, by the way.
Freaking
stop over a second. I'm gonna piss my brains out. I gotta piss if I don't.
taking fucking
I will call you back in a minute.
Get to the place already. Yeah.
In a minute, okay?
Okay, fine. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
She calls once more, and after a while, he finally finds his way to the home. However, as we know, he hasn't met with the 13-year-old girl he desperately wanted to be with, and instead was met with Chris Hansen and the police. However, given how late it was when he arrived, Chris Hansen never questioned him, and instead was immediately arrested and brought in for questioning.
Oh.
In Jim's personal life,
Chris Hansen's like, I got shit to do.
Citizen, and often railed against criticism of law enforcement. The police were there to protect them, and he felt as if they were above reproach. He believed that he was one of the good ones, and only those who had something to hide questioned the actions of the police. This belief is shown on display here, as Jim will try to befriend the cops questioning him. In his mind, this entire ordeal is a misunderstanding because he is such a good person, and would never actually do what he was just caught doing. His conversations with the decoy weren't him trying to sexually exploit a minor, but instead was made to look like it was by a sting operation. He will deny any responsibility for his actions, and try to distance himself away from what occurred, and try to frame the sting operation as being corrupt and evil. He is also considerably drunk during this interview, which will lead to him making numerous missteps throughout. He will attempt to ingratiate himself to the cops, letting them know that he is a good person, who supports them and admires what they do.
So you just were out driving?
No, I don't want to admit that.
Okay.
Immediately, Jim tries to distance himself from what he has done, without realizing that simply going for a drive at night isn't a criminal offense. Him being unwilling to admit that he drove when he drove his car into the driveway of the Sting house is ridiculous, and a sign of the ridiculous things to come.
Did you come out to see somebody today?
Somebody invited me to come over.
Okay. Well, who was that?
Cheyenne something.
Jim refused to admit that he was out driving, but is willing to admit that he had been invited over to the home of a 13-year-old girl.
How'd you meet Cheyenne?
I was online and came up.
Okay. When you were online, do you do that at home, or do you?
I do it at home.
You do it at home? Okay.
Yes.
Is that generally the only place you do it?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have your own personal computer or laptop?
Yes. Both.
Oh, do you have both?
I actually have 2 laptops.
Okay, 2 laptops?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's my business.
Okay, it's your business. Okay.
What type of business?
I do web pages for University of Cincinnati. I have access to those. I need to have access to them in order to do the business with them.
And you usually use all those computers to chat to people, or do you just use one specific, or?
Usually at home.
Okay, usually at home. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
if I do chat, which I don't do, but that, again, because of the fact of the business that I'm in, chat is a part of what I do. and chat is a part of University of Cincinnati distance learning.
Okay.
And I need to be able to access that in order to be able to do the business side of it with them.
Okay. So you met.
Weirdo.
So you met Cheyenne.
I didn't meet Cheyenne. She came after me.
Okay.
As we have covered, this is patently false. Jim sent Cheyenne a friend request and repeatedly sent her sexual messages, despite her repeatedly saying that she was 13. With predators like Jim, they often will try to put the onus of responsibility onto the child they are preying on. They will say the child was flirting with them, that they started the sexual talk, and that they were clearly the one in control. They will try to frame themselves, the adult, as being helpless against the child's actions. This, of course, is untrue and stupid. If you are an adult and the person under the age of consent is pursuing you sexually, there are clear and obvious steps you can take to stop them. Informing their parents,
stupid enough to
blocking
do
them
it,
on
so.
social media, refusing to engage with them, and not allow yourself to be alone with them. These are just a few ways that you can do this, but there are plenty more ways. As the adult in the situation, it is your responsibility not to engage with the minor in a sexual way, if that is, in fact, the case, which in most situations, it's not.
Yeah, tell me about that.
I don't know. I don't know exactly how it happened at all. I have no recollection at all what happened for her to make contact with me. I don't know. Was I on some line of some sort? I have no idea.
So you were chatting, and she came on to you while you were chatting sometime.
Well, somebody did, who that Cheyenne is.
Okay.
Jim clearly feels betrayed by the fact that Cheyenne was not who she said she was. Never mind the fact that Cheyenne said she was a 13-year-old who hadn't graduated middle school yet. His statement, along with his body language, indicates annoyance and betrayal, which is nearly comical, given the situation. In his mind, the man who wanted to sleep with a minor is the one wronged in the situation.
Do you know how old Cheyenne was?
She told me she was 13, but and I was very, very, very. I don't do that.
You don't do that?
I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm not there.
Sent her a dick pic in like 10 minutes time.
I'd be happy, like give me an 18, 19-year-old.
Give a break, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 13-year-olds, God, it's gross.
Not your thing.
No.
Okay. And when you were talking to Cheyenne on the chat line, what you guys talk about?
Well, and up until
Ponies.
this afternoon, which was, I don't know what I gave in for, but I thought she was more like an adult.
For ponies.
No, I was very, very cautious not to be there. I didn't want to be there.
I didn't read out the full chat, as it's incredibly graphic, but within the first 10 minutes of talking to Cheyenne, Jim asked her to turn her webcam on so he could masturbate for her on video. He was not extremely cautious, and the continued insistence that he was has more to do with his inebriation, as he doesn't realize that the officers in front of him have the chat logs.
I really don't. That's not my thing. I don't like it. I don't want it. Don't want it.
Can I just do it now in front of you?
But you might have a little curiosity.
Okay.
No, I don't even.
Which is
I'm
normal.
not any curiosity. I don't have any curiosity about it. It's too young. It's stupid. And
yeah, it sure is. But yeah, here
you
you
can
are.
go back and look at all the records of the conversations I've had. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. It's stupid. I don't. That's not what I want to be.
Okay. You know.
I don't even like. I don't even
like kids.
Not me. No, not at all.
Do you have any type of webcam or anything like that?
I do have a webcam.
Okay.
The webcam.
Do you ever use it for any purposes? Or?
It's available.
Okay.
Use it. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Right. So we didn't get into what you guys talked about. What you guys talked about?
I was very, very up until today, which is obviously the reason the results have come. I have been very, very cautious of not talking about anything. I do not want to be involved with a 13-year-old. I do not like it. I don't want it, and for some reason, I just relaxed and
So who do you think you were talking to?
Another person.
Another person.
Really, that's perfect. And that's honest with you. I don't know, for whatever worth value that is. I cannot condone the statements that I would have made this afternoon to her. I wish I could retract them.
Yeah.
Not because of you guys.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that I just don't. That's not it. That's not me. I don't see it.
Jim, I understand. All right. And I understand you've made a mistake here, okay? I've read the chats.
Right.
Okay?
And you can see how...
I see here where you told her that you wanted to fuck around. And that you...
We're in what provoked that? I mean, we can go down the... I'm not going to go to the details of the thing. I understand what you got.
Yeah.
And I know what you got.
I'm just trying to understand here.
I did not meet with her, number one. Number two, I didn't really want to meet with her.
Okay.
We didn't.
I really, if you go to the bottom lines of things, let's talk about facts that I denied.
Really watching like the delaying of the inevitable here.
I really did not.
Jim, I know you're under a lot of pressure right now.
I'm not
sure
under
your wife.
pressure at all. I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, obviously being here is a little bit of pressure, but that's not.
Are you married?
Yes. No.
Not anymore.
God no. You want her? You can have her. I'm sorry.
I got one of my own. That's enough for me.
Yeah, this is just give her ammunition. That's all.
Well, I'm not trying to give no ammunition for nobody. This is just me, you, and Kate here. Okay.
Well, it's not, but.
Well.
Okay. I did not do anything to this, whatever this person is, whoever it is. I did not intentionally meet with. I met with this person because this person, whoever it is, male or female or whatever, enticed me to the point where I wanted to, and I
did you. So you guys did talk about sexual acts in your conversations.
Oops.
I don't know that.
Okay.
Hey, listen. Do you want to fuck me?
Yeah.
Okay. This is fun.
God damn, man. Just get a prostitute, someone of age, and you're good.
A scavenger hunt. Almost. What happens when I get it? You know, fuck me?
Get fucked.
You can go back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking.
I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't really, as far as I'm concerned.
You know,
it doesn't matter.
You know, Jim. I'm just trying to figure out what really happened, because if we don't talk about it now, and if I just give this to somebody, they're gonna think you are a sick, maybe possibly a child predator, and I don't think you're that point. Okay?
I'm not.
And you're not. But if we don't talk about it, what else? What else can I tell people? Saying, you know, Jim made a mistake. This is what
didn't
happened.
follow through. Number one. Number two. Yeah. Number two. Because the fact I didn't.
Oh, you already followed through.
Is I'm not so sure that I wasn't turned down the street when I was picked up.
Yeah.
If you check back on the records,
That is the end game here for you, buddy.
There have been
What was the end game?
at least three times where I turned around. And I don't do this. I don't. Number one, I don't really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me some sex. Okay, and I'll find ways to do the sex, but not this youth thing. This is crap. It's really crap.
If nobody stopped you tonight, what do you think might have happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Sure.
And I'll be honest
Play
with
some
you.
Xbox.
Nothing. Nothing would happen. Okay. God, is this a place to tell the stories?
As good a place as any. Jim, we're just trying to be honest with each other.
I went to a swingers club last night and walked out.
Where's that at?
Dayton.
Dayton, Ohio, Kentucky?
Dayton, Ohio. I walked out.
Get the cardboard.
And the reason I walked out is because, no, it's not for me.
Yes. Yes? What? Okay. That little accident, I'm going to call it.